I am going to teach you to, Professor Liu is going to teach you how to do number 2 square class. But this one, I wanted to use the relative address concept, not the absolute. So we're not going to draw a square at any place. No, no. Instead of will be a square, um, at your own choice. All right, at your own choice. It's okay. So it will be, but remember we use rectangle. So you're going to have a public class square, anything. So these are the states. Now I want you to pull into the dog. I want you to pull the dog into a real programming object right now. So think if you want to draw a square for somebody, you need to know how big is that, the size, where you're going to start with. So that's side length, xLeft, yTop. That has to be state. State has to be on top here. It's called private. Do you understand? So state or attribute or none. In another way is you're going to have these to create. That's go to your private. Then this is your constructor, all right? And this is your method. Method you draw it from your user. Okay, so we are going to start with this right now. So I am going to ask you to close off, and we're going to new and Java project, and we're going to call this chapter 3 classwork underscore 2. It's okay, underscore 2. Then once you finish, don't create. Then we are come right here, right click it, and new, and Java class, and we're going to call this square, SQUARE. There's no square class. That's why we can create. There's a rectangle. We cannot create that. All right. So we have a square class right now. Remember, when you want to create a square, just any square here. If I want you to draw a square, and a relative square, you have to let me know, how big is that, right? All right, and where you want to start it. Is that right? So it has to be state. It's called. Then you write down here. Everybody write down here. Private. All right. Let me pull right here a little bit. So I need to have my state. So private and integer side length. All right, I need to have that. I also need integer xLeft. So I will know where you want me to start it. Is that okay? And I also need to have integer yTop. Okay, that's I need to have it, because otherwise, how do I draw a square? A square has that. A square has the side length, has the xLeft and top. So now I hope you can understand. The private variable is talk about the state and the property or attribute of whatever object you're doing. All right. So let's go default constructor. So public default constructor means that no option. So public square. Hey, if you don't give me anything, you know what? Your side length is 1. I'm just going to give you a side length 1. All right, and xLeft will be 0, and yTop will be 0. All right, so this is absolute. All right, now if you want it to be flexible, we have to. A program always need to be flexible enough. You're going to tell me this integer side and integer x, integer y. All right, so you gave me that. I take yours. Your side become my side length. Your x become my xLeft. your y become my y top. So the first one is called default constructor. The second one will be called mutator constructor. It's okay? Now we are going to draw this right now. So we can say public, okay, void draw. Okay. When you draw this, let's use graphic 2D. Okay. So I'm going to say APHICS. Is that right? ISN 2D. Okay. I'm going to call G2. All right. So boys and girls, and of course they need to do like this. Okay. All right. So once we done this right now, and we are going to do this. Okay. So we actually don't have a square. We actually have rectangle. Okay. So rectangle, CTANGLE, rectangle, and I'm going to call box. Okay, or mySquare. Okay. Don't call it okay. Don't call it square anymore. Okay, mySquare. All right. Then equal new rectangle. All right. So now, gentlemen, ladies, a rectangle need 14. Is that right? Need 14. It's xLeft, yTop, and side. All right. So I want it to be relative right now. I want it to be relative. So since I want it to be relative, I don't want a number. I don't want number. Do you understand? I need to put 14 right here. I need to put 14. What 14 I need to put here? Can anyone tell me what's the first one? Ooh, anybody? Or should I call your name? Anybody? David? David? Or anybody? Linfen? Anybody? How about how about I know the student always know Tianjin? Tianjin? Yeah, xLeft. I need xLeft. Okay, I need xLeft. What else I need? Next one I need what? Next one is I need yTop. Is that right? All right. So I'm going to do a square. So the length and width are exactly the same. So I'm just going to say side length and side length. All right. If I draw a rectangle, that will be different. All right. So here we borrow the rectangle here. So we have to get the library for us. Okay. All right. So once I finish here right now, okay, I have to say G2.draw. G2 has a draw. Okay. And draw here and draw mySquare. Okay. Got it right now? All right. So I'm going to copy this line here, Control C, and I'm going to do Control V here. I'm going to call these fill. All right. And I'm going to call this fill. G2 and fill. All right. So you know my thing is actually based on the draw X. So you see, there's something called when you stand on top of a giant shoulder, you see more, you do more anyway. So we are using somebody else's resource. Okay. So I have this right now. So my square is done. It's okay. My square is done. All right. So I am going to do my square components right now. Is that okay? I'm going to do my square component. So gentlemen and ladies, I am going to ask you follow me right here. It's still a class. Is that okay? It's still a class. It's okay. So I'm going to say right click it, and new, and a class. Okay, and I'm going to call it square component. Let me see, uppercase. Okay, all right, and still a class. So finish. I got square component here. On this component here, all right, so now I'm going to be able to pull out my paint component, because the paint component is entire drawing toolbox. All right, now, so if I want to use that entire toolbox, hey, I have to have a connection with JComponent. Do you understand? I don't have a connection with JComponent. I don't have the key to open that toolbox. That toolbox called paintComponent anyway. So we have to say extends JComponent. All right. So when I do that, I uh, I have a connection. Now I have a connection with a JComponent right now. Once I have a J connection with a JComponent, I got my key to use that toolbox. Who can tell me that toolbox draw thing? Okay. Of who can tell me the method name to draw any graphic objects? Who can tell me? paintComponent. paintComponent. Very good. Very good. So I can use right now. All right. So I'm going to say public. All right. And wait, you are wonderful. Okay. Public void paintComponent. Okay. And paintComponent has to use graphics G only. That's the way they want to do. So we are going to do like this right now. We are going to import graphic. All right. So I've been doing several times. I recommend you go back to see the API A. Once you go back to API A, you will see the paint component has to use graphic C graphic, that first dimension. That's the key they gave you. Okay, you have nothing to do. So you say, okay, you gave me that, but mine is graphic 2D. Remember, I graphics. Remember, I was using graph 2D G2. So what I'm going to do is, okay, graphics 2D and G. So this line is important. This line is all right. This line is means okay. I understand paintComponent was using graphics G, but I'm using graphic 2D. So line 11 allows you to make a connection to upgrade your your paintComponent is using G, and you say no, I'm using 2G right now, 2D. Do you understand? After you doing that, then you have a square, right? Square. All right, let's do S square 1. Okay, equal new square. All right. So if I don't have anything right here, all right, and you using default, all right. So I'm going to have square 2, all right, here. Then I am going to say new square, and I'm going to put 0 and 0. How about that? Okay. Then now, what's wrong with that? Let me see. Oh, I have to give 3 things. All right. So I'm going to give a size to 50. All right. So that's my square. Now I'm going to say the g2.setColor. All right, and I'm going to have a color dot anything, color dot blue. Okay, so I'm going to say g2 dot sorry. Once I have that right now, and I am going to say this you see, square one dot type wrong, sorry, SQUARE, square SQ, no wonder, SQUARE, no wonder, E, 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 okay, all right, so square one, all right, I am going to do the draw. All right, and this one I don't want to put at 0, 0 because that will be 0, 0. I'm put a 100, and let me put the different spot right here. I'm 50. How about that? Okay, then I'm going to do like that, and then I'm going to do my square 2 dot fill. All right, so I'm done for that right now. So I have two square. The square one, I take, nothing. So if nothing is 1, 1, 这样的 is a 1, 1. All right, and if I give you, I want the size is 50, start from 150. So that's my square component. Then I am going to my new Java class right now, and this time I'm going to say view square and public static void main. It's alright because I have actually implement this right now. So I have to pull out my J component, J frame, right? So J frame equal new J frame. Okay, once you do that, and you have to import the library. All right, then you say frame frame dot set size. All right, so that set size to how about 500 and 600 anything. Okay, and frame dot set title dot set title, and we're going to call this chapter 3 class work display square, show square. All right, we're going to call that. Then we're going to make it allowed to close. So frame dot set default sorry, set default. Okay, then .bj frame dot exit and close. Okay, so this will give you the X, so you close it kind of thing. Now you are going to say this square component. All right, that's your square component, and you say say component, right? Equal new square component. All right, so once you finish that right now, then you say my friend dot add and add your component. All right, you add your component now. Then you say friend dot set visible to true. All right, the visible to true right now. All right, so I finished this. I'm going to run it right now. So I run as Java application. So I am going to go my view component and run it right now. Let me see why. Now I show my square. Let me see why I didn't do it correctly. Okay, just a minute.
You spelled public void paint component wrong. Right there. Nope.
Right here.
Yeah. Go to public void paint component.
Uh-huh.
Right there. It's spelled wrong.
Oh, gee. Okay. Thank you. Let me spell it correctly. Okay. That will be. Let me see. Paint, right? And Ponent. Is that correct spelling right now?
Yeah.
Okay, that's right. Okay. And let's run it. And let me come back to here right now. So run. So again, that's a good thing to tell you that is if you don't follow the way they do, they don't even do the anything for you. All right, so this is very small one. One is right here. Is understand? So one is too small because we put one. So let me put zero to 10. 10 at least a little bit visible. Okay, so I'm going to um, run as Java application. All right, so do you see a 10 right there? Yes or no? Did you guys see a tiny small blue rectangle, blue square
Yeah.
here? Yeah, okay.
Professor. Yeah, I have that, but mine is the opposite. The super small square is actually the one that's being filled, and then the big one isn't the one that's filled.
Oh, okay, that's no problem. It's right here is square one draw square two dot fill. Whatever you want to do. Okay? Understand?
Oh,
Yeah.
wait. So we can change it to square one and then square two.
Exactly.